Ralph Doerr.
How old?
How old are you?
93.
And where did you go to school?
St. Luke.
Huh?
You went to St. Luke School.
1 year the year I got confirmed.
How did you get there?
Walked.
From here? From across the way? Where did you live that you had to walk?
Where did you live from here?
Over there across the road for now.
How many miles did you walk?
How many miles was it?
What would it be about?
Two? Three?
It's about 3 or 4.
3. I think
I think it's
Three.
3.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
3.
Okay, and with Ralph is,
Geraldine Doerr.
and
His
how
wife.
long have you been married?
$60
When was that?
and April 17, 1940.
7.
7.
See, Dad knew.
Yes, yes.
He knew what year.
Yes. And what year were you confirmed?
1928 I think it was.
Do you remember anybody in your class?
I think there was 20 some I think.
Do you remember anyone who was in your confirmation class with you?
Who was confirmed with you? Do you remember? Wasn't
Yeah, I don't remember now.
That's okay, that's
I
fine.
think wasn't Elmer Frederick in your class?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
Elma Bachman. Wasn't Elma Bachman?
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Elmer. He and Elmer are the same age, aren't you?
Yeah, I think
You
so.
and Elmer are the same age.
Okay.
Well, I was about the same age, yes.
Good. Well, the reason I'm here is I need to hear about something special that your family gave to St. Luke.
She's here to hear about the gift, the bench that we gave. So she wants you to tell about the bench.
Tell about what?
The bench. The bench from the old church.
Oh yeah. Well, it's just the same as the other furniture to me because I was a kid and growed up with it. It's the same as the other furniture.
It was always there.
Mom and Dad said that it came from the old church.
Who were your parents?
Your parents.
Huh?
Who were your parents?
George Doerr and Matilda Voland.
So that's how the Volans got into the congregation.
Yes,
That's great. And who do we have at the back of this couple?
Oh, that's me. I'm Linda Bogan. I'm the oldest daughter. There's 2 of us. And I remember the bench very well. When we were kids, 5 of us actually sat on the bench to eat our Sunday dinner, because the bench was part of the dining room and the table was pushed against the bench. The bench was on the back wall. And so I remember the bench always being whatever color the wainscoting was. Because every time the wainscoting got painted, whether it was gold or blue or green, the bench was the same color.
So you sat on that from the time you were
Yes,
little.
I was on the far end. Yes, first there was Uncle Harry, and then there was Aunt Mabel, and then there was Aunt Stella, and then there was my sister Brenda, and then I got to be on the end. Although sometimes Brenda didn't always like that, but I got to be on the end.
Bring it as teachers.
Do you remember any of your teacher? I think he only had one teacher, because he was only there 1 year, the year.
Nickel.
Did you have Mr. Nickel?
Nickel.
Yeah.
Mr. Nickel, I went to him the year I was confirmed.
Okay.
And I had Mr. Nickel for 3 years, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Oh. Okay, is there anything else that you would like to tell us about the church, about history that you can remember? Gerry, you've been at St. Luke for 60 years. Can you think of anything that you could tell us, any history that you remember?
Oh, gee, I can't think of it. I can't remember.
I remember
Just-
the vacation Bible school,
Oh, yeah, we used to.
and I remember when they built onto the church, you
Yeah.
know, when it
Oh,
used
yes,
to be,
I remember that.
yeah, where you go into the transept now, that was the side door.
Mhm. And how we used to scrub floors.
Yes. And polish the seats.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Did you help polish the seats
Oh,
for the
yes.
church?
Oh, yes, I
Mhm.
helped. And
Who-
we cleaned them first and then we polished them.
Who was the person who gathered you together to do that?
I think Bertha,
Bertha, Loretta Keck.
Loretta Keck. Yeah,
Loretta Keck.
Loretta Keck. And Bertha
Newbert.
Newbert. Newbert?
Bertha Nickel, or was it
Bertha?
No.
Bertha Bachman? Be Neil Bachman's mom?
Bertha Bachman.
Oh,
And her sister,
Charlotte.
Charlotte. That's what I was
Charlotte
trying to-
Cronenberg.
Charlotte.
Okay.
We cleaned on one side of the seats,
Everybody
washed
had their.
them, and then polished them. And then whenever they had the gathering to scrub the floors and wax them, why, we were always there. And I always remember Nellie Kegler was always there. It didn't matter, she was always there when she was able. She was.
Did you ever teach Sunday school?
No, I helped with the teacher for a little while.
Who did you help?
Charlotte Kronenberg. And I helped different times with Bible school.
I remember one time you helped me.
Yeah, I used to help in the crafts in Bible school.
We made we made paper mache, but we used sawdust.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
And we made bowls
Yeah.
with sawdust. We used the dried vegetables to print out what did it say? Jesus loves me? Or something like that. Christ is Lord, and then, didn't we varnish them? Yeah, put varnish on them. Remember that?
Yeah.
What a mess.
Do you remember anything, would he remember anything that his parents did at church?
Do you remember anything that Grandma and Pop did at church? How about when did you go in a team of horses in the wagons when you were little?
Yeah,
Didn't they have garages where
they had,
Horse
see, I
stalls.
don't know.
you don't remember that part? I remember Grandma saying about it.
That was Matilda Doerr, that was. I said, you said Matilda Voland. It was Matilda Doerr.
Yeah.
How many children in your family?
There's 6 of us. The 4, no, it's 6.
Four children.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2 girls and 2 boys.
Mm-hmm. Who was your brother?
Harry Doerr.
Okay.
And the girls was Matilda, Stella and Mabel.
You were first married. Where were you married?
When was I married?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Where?
Yeah.
In my home up on Hall Road. That's where I was married.
And did you always come to St. Luke?
No, I used to belong to the church in Sarver,
Zion.
Zion.
Mm-hmm. And then you came with Ralph.
When I got married, I changed churches.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being little and remember German church?
Yeah.
I remember going to, Grandma and Papa went to German church, and while they did, we folded bulletins for English church. Do you remember that?
Gee.
That's
German church was first,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
then. But they had bulletins and
I don't remember. But they had German church first, but
yeah.
then they had both later, I think.
Yeah.
German and English.
Yeah, then they stopped having the German, but when I was little there was German church.
Gerry, did you help with anything? Did you belong to Ladies' Aid? Did you help with anything else at church?
Well, I did for a while. LWML. I was helped with LWML for a while.
What did you do there?
What did we do? Oh, gee, I can remember what all we did.
Were you part of a mission fair at one time? Were you there when there was a mission fair? Do you remember that?
I remember, but I can't remember what we did do.
Mm-hmm. You helped clean the school, I'm sure,
I helped
too.
clean the church and the school. That was I guess my duty in the church.
And
Used
that's
to always clean the kitchen. I was one of the ones that always helped clean the kitchen too.
And where was the kitchen when you first had to clean it?
Well, when I first helped, it was downstairs, down where the offices are. And then it's moved upstairs and where the library is.
So you helped clean both of those areas?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you help with any of the suppers that they had?
Oh yes, I used to help when they had funeral suppers.
Did you help with any of the sauerkraut dinners? We heard about sauerkraut dinners.
I don't remember about helping with that.
Okay. You came along a little later.
Yeah.
Didn't you help make the Chrismons?
Oh, I could be. I just
The
can't.
little white beads and.
Oh yeah. Yes.
How did you
I know.
make those? Do you remember?
Pardon?
Do you remember how you made them? What you made them with?
I can't even remember now what we did, how we did make them.
Do you remember who was there with you making them?
Well, I made mine at home here.
Oh, okay. Did Nellie Kegler have anything to do with those? Do you remember?
I'm not sure.
And what about Lottie Doerr?
I don't remember who all did. Who?
We're trying to trace that history back. We found one person. That's great. Because we have the Chrismons and we couldn't remember who did them. I
Did
remember.
they have the names on the back of them?
No, we wish they had.
Oh.
They don't. They don't have the names on the back.
Yeah, I don't remember. I made 7 or 8 or something like that. I enjoyed doing that.
Good. Maybe we'll get them out and you might be able to find the one that you made.
If I can remember now. My memory is gone.
Well, that's okay. It's okay when we get older. I think a lot of our memory goes away, and that's probably a good thing because otherwise we'd have overload.
Right. I think we're overloaded anyways without remembering all that stuff.
Okay, and how long have you lived in this house?
Excuse me, 59 years.
And was this part of the Doerr property?
Yes, it is part of the. Matter of fact, his dad and mother gave us the lot for a wedding gift. 3/4 of an acre it was.
Wow. So you were very close to the family
Yes,
when you lived
yes.
here, and the girls grew up here.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Great.
Oh, they always had give everyone a box of candy, and they always had a nice tree, and always had the program with the kids, and they always had a nice program.
Did you participate?
Why,
Were you a part of the program?
oh yeah,
When you were little, huh?
when I was little, yeah.
What did you have to do?
Oh, I don't know what they did do all up there. Is up front and
Did you?
Did you have to memorize stuff? Did you have to memorize Bible verses
Yeah.
and songs?
Yeah, a teacher taught us what the program was, but I don't remember what it was.
Jerry, do you
anymore.
remember anything specific about Christmas when?
Well, I remember when I first started to go to church there at Christmas time, they always had the candy, and of course you always took the kids to
Do you
when they were
remember
little.
Do you remember the trees?
Oh yes, the trees.
Can you
were
describe?
real trees? Well, they weren't artificial. They were real. Very nice. It was always decorated nice.
When you were,
Yeah, we played ball, yeah.
I remember doing the maypole and the flags. Remember how Mr. Nickel used to put on the marches, and then we'd march around and we'd do the flag ceremony. Did you do that? No. Did you do the maypole?
Huh?
The maypole, where you all took ribbons and walked around? You didn't do that either.
I didn't, no.
Mr. Nickel must not have figured that out until after you got out of school, huh? Mr. Nickel wasn't doing those things when you were in school, huh?
Probably
No, I
not.
don't think so.
You don't think so?
Might have been his first year.
Oh. yeah.
That could have been his
Could have
first
been.
year. Mhm. Tell me what you did.
Oh, and Christmas evening, each one of the school children stood up front and each one had a speech that he said.
And you memorized that at home?
The teacher had us each one a speech to say.
Great.
That was Nickel, the teacher that time.
Was that whenever, had he just come?
Huh?
Was he a new teacher there? Had he been there very long?
Yeah, he was just new there,
Uh-huh.
and he just got married the same year.
Oh, aha.
He come from Ohio, and he went back to Ohio and got married and come back again.
Oh. And then did they live in that house?
And there's a little house there, but before you get 356, they lived there.
Oh, on the corner there.
Yeah.
That-
No,
It was the little cottage.
this
Oh, the
way
little
from
one.
356.
The little
Oh.
cottage at the orphan's home.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he was a good teacher.
Yeah, he was. I agree.
But they kids all stood in a row around there, and he had each one to say a speech Christmas night.
I remember whenever there was a fire in the neighborhood, and he took all the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade boys to help fight the fire. Or maybe it was just the 7th and 8th grade. There's no way that a teacher would do that now. And then whenever we all had we had a school bus, and the school bus couldn't make it up the one hill back here on Stark River Road. So we all got out, and the boys pushed the bus up, and the rest of us walked up the hill. Then we got back in the bus, and away we went to school.
And who was the bus driver?
Oh, that was Walter, Walter Teeley. Yes, that's whenever we still had the safety, safety people. The oldest ones got to wear the little white straps across your shoulder. They called safety guards or something. I don't know.
The first year I was here, Ellery Cipher was driving.
Oh,
Driving the bus, because I remember going on the bus route to find out where the kids all lived, so I went on the bus with him.
but but I remember Walter. Maybe Ellery did the first year. I don't remember. I remember Walter then maybe after that.
Okay.
Anything else you remember?
Not right now, I don't think.
As soon as she turns off the thing, I should remember.